make sure that we just want to make sure we want our students to be ready and excited for the STAR testing. So as our part drivers, let's be prepared and let's be, as for our attendance is important too. So let's be here and get ready to transport our students to get them ready for the STAR testing. And that's meaning being on time and helping each other out, assisting each other. So, and I know the schools is going to do their part to talking to the kids about going to bed early and waking up early and being at the bus stop so they can come get their breakfast and be ready to start the STAR testing on time. I want you to understand, drivers, and the STAR testing, there is a time when they start, and if they're late, it kind of scratches them off. So we want to do our part to just get everybody there on time so every student can have the opportunity to have a good start on their STAR testing and let them focus on their STAR testing. So be ready next week, drivers. And like I said, our attendance is really, really critical to give the support to our students. And so let's be ready to help each other out and assist each other if we have to go back and get kids and all that. So hopefully everything will work out for the kids and for us, where everything's just it's flowing through for the next 2 weeks for the students. So, and keeping that in mind, just let's do our part and be ready. Tutorials for Legacy High School is during the STAR testing. I got a phone call yesterday from the administrator that they will not have STAR testing next Tuesday and next Wednesday for those of us that help us do tutoring for the Legacy High School. So just keep in mind, we'll announce it. We'll keep you updated. So next Tuesday and next Wednesday will be no tutoring, but they will have STAR testing next Monday and next Thursday. So yeah, it's kind of a little bit of confusion. So I just want to put it out there. So those of you who write it down or put it on your calendar, who are assisting us with the STAR testing, there's a little bit of, there are those dates that we're going to have on for the tutoring. And also we will be announcing it on those times too, on those days when we come up to remind the drivers, okay? The next thing I want to let y'all know is the bus wash is ready for use. I'm excited to get our buses washed and clean, but there's gonna be some guidelines to that bus wash. Nobody can drive through that bus wash because there is going to be some training, and I'm asking people who want to help out and do bus wash. There will be some training. Just like yesterday, all of us were in training to learn to use that bus wash. So there will be a sheet, and I'm going to get with supervisors if you're interested in doing extra work. And this would just be a bus wash, running the buses through the bus wash. The only minor thing that there'll be minimal of brushing is just the tires and the front grille. That'll be it. So we want to make sure that when we open up the bus wash, we want to have our drivers trained and ready to drive their buses through the bus wash and know to learn how to use the bus wash, and then the minor maintenance, which is the mechanics will handle that. And there's just little stuff that you need to be looking out for. So if available, I got to see how many bus crew people will sign up and who wants to work on that. And so we will work a schedule out for that. So that will be through Mr. De La Cruz and Mr. Rick Centeno. Like I said, I want to thank you, all you drivers, for who did all the years of just brushing our buses. It's going to be a big change. It's going to be a big difference when you run the buses through the bus wash. So we will start that as soon as we get a crew going. And so we can start planning and training the drivers how to use the bus wash. So bus drivers, transportation has a bus wash ready to be in use. So thank you for all the boards and the board members and the superintendents to put this together, along with the transportation department and Mr. Figueroa to get all this going. So it was a long waiting of work to get all this done, and it's finally come to the end to have this completed, and let's have our bus wash ready to roll. Any questions, you can get with us after the meeting and discuss if you're interested, and so we can start the process on that. Okay. Our next agenda item on the agenda is, I don't know, bus drivers, if you were aware of the board did a compensation plan, and this email was sent to us on last Friday at 5 o'clock. If you will look at it, you would get it. They're asking our employees who work for the district, and it's got, and Crystal, if you could pull it up a little bit so they could see, and I'm just going to talk about the bus drivers on there, so you can pull it up a little bit. I want to see the second, there you go. I don't know if you're aware of bus drivers. Like I said, the board has approved a stipend for our employees here. And so I want to read the date in order to receive the stipend. And on the second bullet, it says this will include the bus aides, and the bus drivers must be a part-time employee based on a minimum 15 work hours per week from January 3rd to 22nd through May 20th to receive this $500 incentive. So the board is kind enough to help everybody out with a little more incentive. So if you are working, if you have been hired and work through those dates from January the 3rd to May 20th, you will receive a $500 incentive. Don't know when that's coming out, but it's on there. So I will get a date on that.
Mr. Tamayo.
Go ahead, sir.
That's supposed to be coming out the last week of school.
Last week of school?
The first week of June, I think, whenever the last couple of days of school.
Okay.
So, and that's, if you're wondering how much you'll get, it'll be the same amount from our understanding that we received right before Christmas time. A retention incentive for working for the district.
All right. Thank you for clearing that up, Mr. Figueroa. Okay. The other good news I want to give, Crystal, can you slide up a little? There you go, right there. Okay. Just so you know, if you're working summer school, we did another proposed plan, and so this was coming in through the staff, through the administrators, and our executive director, Mr. Figueroa. We put a proposed plan for the district for summer school. And I know in the summer school we are in need for bus drivers and bus aides, and so, and I will come out with the summer school schedule later on. And last year we did something differently that we had never done before. As we added more campuses for summer school, it took a little longer, and it was just, we needed more drivers and we didn't have. So drivers, if you see this, what's on there, there's another attendance stipend for bus drivers and bus aides. This is if you're going to work the summer school. So in order to get this, there's the bus drivers, it includes the bus drivers and cafeteria staff. If you're going to get this, there's another $350 incentive added to this if you do summer school, completing all the full days of summer school work. So in order to receive this, you would not get this until the summer school is done. And then you will receive another $350, and including the bus aides will receive additional $150 at the end of the summer school program. So when all this is done, I have to do a memo to the to payroll saying that all bus drivers and bus aides completed 100% attendance to receive this additional pay for summer school. So just to let you know, if you have not signed up for summer school, bus drivers and bus aides, there's another incentive if you're interested, and that would be greatly appreciated because we need all the help we can get in summer school. And I looked at the numbers of drivers that we have. I think we have 28, and I'm looking for another 10 to 15 to sign up to have a great program for these summer school. That would be greatly appreciated. So if you're interested, it's there. The money is there to do a little extra for the 15 days of summer school. And I put on there there's summer school dates. So if you're attending summer school, the first staff development day will be when school is out June the 2nd. We will start our staff development June the 3rd, which will be that Friday from 8 to 12. And so, and then regular summer school dates are on there from June 6th to June 24th. And then we'll get in it with special needs. Special needs is starting a week later. If you pick a special needs route, it starts a week later and it'll end a week later. So I'll put that on there for you to see, and hopefully all this information has helped out, and I hope that we can recruit some more summer school drivers. So there's a little bit of more money if you're interested to sign up. Also, on the very end, I put, yes, sir.
I'm sorry, go ahead. When you're done, you can
Okay.
hand it over to me.
Yes. Also, on the very end, if you have not signed up for summer school, go ahead and sign up. But also to be included that you're going to be on the payroll for summer school, you must submit a letter of interest in Frontline. So if you have not, if you're having issues, please let us know so we can get that letter. By the end of next week, I will run the Frontline to see who submitted their letters to make sure that they all turn them in. I want to make sure that everybody, if they turn it in, it got in. So I will let you know on that part too. So just want to make sure that everything is a smooth transition for all the information that you're doing online. And so if you have any questions, you can get with us and we will be able to glad to help you out on it. Go ahead, Mr. Figueroa.
So to further clarify, you drivers, aides that work summer school, you're going to get paid your regular rate for when you're working, but in order to be eligible for the full stipend, you have to have 100% attendance for all tiers. So that means AM and PM. So for those of you that may have that plan on working summer school and you can rearrange appointments or what have you, please do so, because we want to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to get that perfect attendance incentive. 350 for drivers, 150 for aides. So we definitely need additional drivers and aides to help us out. We are again using 9 campuses for summer school. So we want to make sure that we're not delayed. And the start times are going to be 7:30 for middle school, 8 o'clock for 8:15 for elementary, and 9 o'clock for high school is what we're looking at. If anything changes, we'll let you know. But we appreciate the time, appreciate your work, and I got to let you know that Mr. Tamayo de la Cruz and your leadership team has really gone to bat this year for you folks in terms of trying to get a little extra pay for you, trying to do the upgrades there on your site. So kudos to your leadership group there at the department. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Farrell. Also, in our next meeting, we will come with the summer school with all the campuses and the times for morning and afternoons, how all the schedules will be running. So we're setting all that up and getting that ready for you so you can see it in writing, how that summer school schedule is going to work out. That is all the information I have. Mr. De La Cruz, handing it off to you.
Yes, sir. Good morning, everyone. And just to remind everyone that if you do sign up for summer school, you'll be eligible to do shop work, right? I think this is the one of the big concerns that we have, that people, because of their schedules, and understandably so, we get it, you know, it's that they're not able to do summer school, but they wanted to do shop work, right? After, and really, we can't really get to those buses until summer school is over, because you can't clean a bus that's going to be dirty again the following day, right? You know how we do that deep cleaning during the summer. So if you want to do some of that shop work during, when we're looking at July, I believe, you need to make sure that you do summer school. We're going to be pulling that group that's going to be part of that cleaning group that we always do in the summer. Is going to come from summer school. So please bear in mind, we don't want to shortchange ourselves by just allowing a certain amount of people to do July cleaning and bypassing that driving, because obviously we do need the drivers for the summer school. That's why we have that incentive, right? Or the stipend. So that's that piece. So let's go next to the item on TBSI. We are going to do some changes to that process that we had talked about last time, right? We know that we have some people struggling to enroll in their teal, to create their teal account, so you can get enrolled in the TBSI course. I know it sounds, some of you have been able to do it, but the majority are experiencing technical difficulties. So what we're going to do is next Tuesday, we will be meeting around this time in the training room, and we will do a run through, right? We can't do, we'll probably choose one of the drivers just to get it established, because once you go through it, you're not able to go through the whole process again, right? I can't show you on my account because I've already went through it, right? And it kind of locks you out, so to speak. So we're going to end up choosing a driver that we can use and go through that process of registering. And then after registering in TEAL, then we are going to enroll in the TBSI course, right? Once we're done with that, then you are on your own. The part of navigating through the actual modules, it's almost like vector solutions. There's really nothing to it. The technicalities that we're having is getting people enrolled in TEAL, and then from TEAL over to TBSI. So we're going to be doing that with the group A and group B. Once you've done that, then you'll be able to go in and log into the modules so that you can complete those modules. Remember, you do that independent study and you'll get that hour pay for those modules. You don't get paid unless you turn in your certificate. If you're having technical difficulties and you're saying that, you know, well, it didn't give me, that's out of my control. We need to make sure you get that certificate done because I need to forward that to the special needs department there at central office. So if you are at any point experiencing difficulties, let us know. We want to make sure that everybody gets that certificate of completion. Okay. That's pretty much it for me. The supervisors, or you guys, ladies, do you have anything that you want to add?
Sir?
Or
Sir?
Linda? I believe Linda's next.
Sir?
Yes.
So you just mentioned special needs. Is this for all the drivers or it's for just the special needs?
The special needs and our sub drivers that are driving special need buses. I'm sorry, I needed to clarify that. Thank you, Kendall. Once again, eventually everyone's going to do this, but right now we're looking at our special need drivers and our sub drivers that are on special need buses, right? We want to make sure and even though it's getting into May, this is still going on for, I mean, the certification will go on for, I believe, 2 years. So if we do it in May or if we do it in August, you know, the clock starts ticking once you get that certification when we go through Mr. Frank Hogan, right? When we complete that course. So just keep that in mind. I know it sounds kind of, well, it's already May towards the end, but it's a big group that we need to get, so we need to do it in cycles because Mr. Frank Hogan needs to make arrangements with his schedule to filter everyone through in our department, right? But right now we're going to be looking at our special needs first. And we've done this, but there's additional steps to it too before in the past. I think we did it about 2 years ago. And even though we're doing our CPI through Region 20, this is a different course that we do with Mr. Frank Hogan. This is a physical contact on restraints. So remember that for those of you who took it 2 years ago. The one that we've been doing on Region 20 with CPI, that's just been a de-escalation, right? Strategies. This course is one of the strategies of when you do containment, right? Or restraints. And that's what we all need to be trained on, okay? Kendall, I hope I answered your question.
Okay, next on the agenda will be Linda. Linda, are you on?
Yes, good morning. I just wanted to give everyone a few reminders regarding the extra board procedures. That does not go by first come, first serve. You do sign up on the extra board, the supervisors will pull the hours that you have, and then they would assign those accordingly. That's how the extra board works, and that's with extra last minute trips, any declined trips, any middays that we need to cover. All of those will be pulled off the extra board. And also, please continue to make your changes on your driver sheets. If your bus number changes, the number of students, any of the information, if it changes, then what prints out on the driver sheet, please make those notes of any changes. And also, please turn in the driver sheets daily. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. Next on the list, we have Sonia. Sonia, are you on? Okay. We're gonna go to Crystal then.
Hold on. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. 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 Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to make a correction on yesterday. I made an announcement and I was only thanking those people that were helping out and the ones that offered to help. Well, I want to thank for those. I want to thank everybody that was here to do their own route. And the other thing I just want to say is that I really appreciate guys everything y'all do, because if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be able to do this job, and our job wouldn't be easy to actually handle the routes. I'm sorry, but I'm really emotional, guys. I really see the help that y'all put into this job. That was seen yesterday. I really saw that effort that y'all put into your job. And I just want to say thank you, guys. Thank you for your help. If it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't be here. Thank you, guys.
You know, and Sonia, if I can add, it's a prime example is going to be what Mr. Tamayo talked about with the next 2 weeks. And I know we hear it where drivers express their concerns about, well, why do we need to go back for a student, right? If there's ever a time that it's going to be even more important to do that, it's going to be within the next 2 weeks. Because the next 2 weeks, attendance is going to be very important for the campus and for the kids. And they need to be there to take that test. And like Mr. Tamayo said, it is a time test. Our goal is to get those kiddos on campus to have breakfast and then to be there to take the test on time. And if we can do, and we hope we don't find ourselves in that situation within the next 2 weeks, right? But things happen and we understand people might have to be out. We understand that. The success of a great organization is its ability to adapt to change when it happens, right? And yesterday was a great example of our team getting together and making it happen, because we all made it happen. We sent out the "here comes the bus" messages. We sent out to the administrators the cell phone messages of what they were being covered, who's being covered, who's running late. And the mere fact that we had drivers getting on board and said, you know what, I'll help cover. You know, the mere fact that we had people when they were asked, is, you know what, can you do this? Yes. And it's not easy. It is not easy to help cover another route. This is not a blame game about the people who are not here. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the people who are here, stepping up. And sometimes it filters in and out. It could be one driver out and other people in. It's the effort that everyone makes to get the job done. And that is, like Mr. Tamayo has always said, what is our job? Get the kids to school, get our students to school. So in the next 2 weeks, it's going to be very critical. And you probably will be getting, some of those calls next week where from the dispatcher. It could be Sonia, it could be Gracie. Says, you know what, can you go back for this student? We missed this student. And I want to explain one more thing before I close out. Please do not take offense if you get questioned over the radio about whether you made a stop or not. We got heated parents calling in, and sometimes they need to hear that we're asking the question so it can be validated that, you know what, and we have our GPS to back us up too. But it's just powerful to have that conversation with you over the radio and the parents hearing, because yes, I did. And you know what, many of you are, if not all of you, are real good about saying this. Because you know what, I was there, I made a stop, I waited, and the parent hears that. But it has to be asked. That question is asked, and that is powerful. But we just don't want you to take offense to it. What, you don't trust me? I was there. By no means are those questions being asked for that reason. We're asking it because there's a heated parent on the phone listening, And we intentionally let them hear it so that they can hear the response of the driver. I was there and I waited and I opened the door. And that is powerful. That is very powerful. And thank you for that. Just a reminder, please don't take offense if you're getting asked those questions. Okay. It's not that you're not being trusted or you're running late or what have you. It's once again, we have that heated parent. So thank you once again. Yesterday was a challenge, but we did a lot of our part to let people know that we were running late. And it wasn't a blame game, and we don't want to go there. Okay. But kudos to everybody everybody for yesterday, period. And I think Mr. Figueroa, you wanted to close. I don't know if we had anybody else.
Yes, we had Crystal.
Okay, I'm sorry, Crystal.
That's okay. Am I up? Okay. Good morning, guys. So let me share here. So to this afternoon and for tomorrow.
Crystal, before you go on, let me say something. Bus drivers, what Crystal is going to explain is it's the stop sign survey. As you know, we have not done the stop sign survey in 2 years. So some of you may see this, some may have not. It's been 2 years. We have not done one because of the COVID. Now DPS sent us an email saying that they want all schools to participate in this. So I'm going to let Crystal give this information out. But just remember, we have done this in the previous years, is that you have not seen it the past 2 years due to COVID.
So it's really self-explanatory and very simple. We're going to pass out these driver forms and we're asking everyone to participate. For a lot of y'all, you're lucky and fortunate in that you don't have cars that are illegally passing you, which means, of course, you put out your stop sign and the car passes by. What we're asking you to do then is fill this out. The most important information is your name and the bus number, and then filling out this bottom part. It's super self-explanatory in terms of when did the vehicle illegally stop or pass you. You don't need to do it at that second, because I know you'll remember if it happens to you so that you can finish it, when you get a chance at the end of your stop or what have you. But if you can fill this out and turn this in tomorrow afternoon, it would be greatly appreciated. We need as much participation as we can. I would like 100%. But again, like I said, I know some of y'all are fortunate and will not have illegal, and that's fine. But like I said, as long as you have one is enough to get it, that we need to have that information for DPS. So if you have any questions, like I said, we'll be passing these out tomorrow, this afternoon and tomorrow morning for those who don't get one.
And drivers need to understand, this is just a 1-day survey. So our survey day will be tomorrow. That'll be our official date for the 1-day surveys to submit to the DPS when all this is done. Even though you don't have any vehicles pass you on that day, we still need those sheets to do the count to make sure that you turn it in. And we had a participation at 100% with all of our drivers doing the survey on that day. So when you get off your bus, you're still going to turn it in, and you can write it right on top, say none. That way we know when we do all our counts for that day, we got to make sure. But we're going to make sure that each and one of you turn one of these on, because we're going to count. We're going to mark you off to what bus number has turned it in and what's not. So this is very important to do this tomorrow. All it is just 1-day survey. So be ready to do that. We chose this date before the start testing. So the day is tomorrow to get this done and submit it to the DPS headquarters in Austin, Texas.
So criteria is real simple. The bus is completely stopped, the red lights are flashing and the stop sign's extended, and the vehicle illegally passes by the right or left side of the bus during the stop. Okay, so even if you don't get one, it says on here, even if there's no violations to report, please turn this in. All the information will be on the handout itself. Okay, thank you so much for your time. Rose, you have anything else to say? That's it for us, sir.
Figueroa, anything before we close out?
Yes. And I do want to thank you guys. I heard it was a very tough day yesterday. So thank you guys for stepping in and helping each other out, from the drivers on up to leadership. Great teamwork. And that shows the growth of this department over the past few years. I did want to touch on what Mr. Tamayo was talking about with the STAR testing. the drivers that have been here, veteran drivers, are familiar with this, but some of the newer drivers, please understand that this is the report card for schools the next couple of weeks. Everything that they've done instructionally throughout the whole year has built up to how the kids perform on these days. The funding, some of the work that's done with the teachers, the staffing, all of that depends on how well the students perform that day. So you might have some students that continually give you problems, that may give you some attitude. Please understand, as patient as you can be on these days, please do so, because we want to send these kids, once they leave your bus in the morning, we want to send these kids with the right frame of mind, because we all know that a lot of them will come to your bus with issues that are happening at home. So our job, especially those days, get those kids there safely and with a positive mindset as they have to take these tests, because just like when we test as adults, there's anxiety and stress to begin with. We definitely don't want to add any of that, and we want to encourage our kids. So I know in the past, we've had tons of our drivers that do great things. They dress up, they encourage the kids, they have the pom-poms and all of that. Please bring all that back, because these kids need to have a good day on those days and every day, but specifically on these. So thank you for the positive attitude that we have, and that for the great teamwork that you folks have demonstrated, especially now when it's crunch time and attendance is very important for these kids. Thank you very much, Mr. Tamayo. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Before we break off, I just want to let you know, we're planning a bus appreciation luncheon for all you drivers. The target date, and I will put it on the next agenda, but I just want to throw it out there for y'all. I myself and administrators, we want to make hamburgers and hot dogs. I know we haven't done that in a while too, so we want to bring that back. The target date that I'm shooting for is May the 11th. So start planning on that. If we just got to see our schedule if everything's going to work out, but we are going to have one sometime between that week. But the target date, I'm gonna get with Amanda so we can start preparing and getting everything for y'all. So we will do a barbecue and hot dog that day, and we will be able to sit inside our training room and enjoy a bus appreciation luncheon on that in the new improved building that we have. And so we're excited for all that. So I just want to put that out, and like I said, we'll make it official next Tuesday, the target date. And so I thank y'all for everything that y'all done. And so we're planning this big meal for y'all for the hard work, everything that we've done all year long, and how each of you drivers pull for each other and help each other out. And that's what a team is all about, is being there for each other and helping each other and finishing out strong and doing everything we can in a positive way. So thank you for everything that y'all done. Be safe, stay a little warm, it's a little cool outside, and we will see you at 2:15 this afternoon. And so let's have a great week. Thank you, and enjoy your day.